Hi, Bother Brigade. Here's what's bothering me today. There have actually been numerous and significant, in many ways, strike actions so far, and it hasn't even been the full month of January yet. However, I'm not seeing really nearly enough coverage either in the media or let alone in our leftist circles. So I want to change that today. And so we're going to start basically with the earliest one that I saw, which was back on January 8th. So what happened back then was I learned about the fact that Concordia University of Edmonton Faculty Association, or the CUEFA, has decided to go on strike basically in support of students and student safety in the pandemic and supporting, the arts program there and just a myriad of other issues. So they've been on strike for a while. And on January 8th, they actually got a decent little win at the bargaining table. Our bargaining team just had a good and productive day at the table today. Just cause language has been restored. Hashtag solidarity for the win. And yeah, there have been some small solidarity actions elsewhere in Alberta and also around the country in support of these striking faculty workers. And again, right, they're striking in Edmonton, otherwise known as Deadmonton, because it is so goddamn cold in the winter. So power to them, and please support them. There will be various links to their accounts and stuff in the description down below. So I encourage people to try and show some level of solidarity, sharing, bringing it to their audience's attention. If I find that they have any kind of place to donate, or if you happen to be in one of these communities, you can, just show some solidarity, bring them cookies or hot drinks or something like that. So I'll put as much information as I can find down below. So that was basically story number one. And then the next story I saw was on the other side of the planet in Kenya.
People power! People power! Power, power! Wananchi hamjambo! Mimi nataka kukariri jambo moja. Watu wa magazeti, watu wa television wameingia.
Hell yeah, over 6,000 workers at Del Monte Kenya Unlimited, Kenya's largest producer and exporter of pineapple products and fruit beverages, are on strike over inhuman working conditions. The strike goes on. All power to the Kenyan working class. You absolutely love to see it, but unfortunately I haven't heard anything about it, which, given as much as we all know and hate the United Fruit Company and all the horrors that they have done in Central America, I think it's really, high time that we also show solidarity with Del Monte workers in Kenya. And then another strike that people probably haven't heard of that is actually going to probably start impacting a lot of people very now because of the supply chain crisis is the following strike that's basically affecting half of the United States. Employees of the largest freight railroad network on the continent just declared a strike. BNSF Railway has declared a strike, and you can see how far that strike could potentially impact. So, this means stuff might take a little bit longer to arrive, but again, solidarity with the striking workers. So the Kenyan strike of Del Monte workers was something I heard about on January 8th, and then the railroad strike was something I heard very recently on January 13th. And also on January 13th, I found out about 8,000 Kroger workers going on strike. We have people living out of their cars. 8,000 Kroger workers strike over wages. Yeah, so not only are Kroger workers living out of their cars, but also face a tremendous amount of food insecurity, which is really ironic in the worst possible way, considering they work for a large grocery chain. And it's also really sickening that the grocery chain in question has also had a very successful, in terms of financial profits, a very successful year. So these people are saying, hey, how come we're risking our lives in a pandemic and we can't even afford to put food on our own tables, and you're literally rolling in profits? Unacceptable, so we're striking. Which means if you want to show solidarity with the striking workers and also boycott a bunch of places, here are the various places that you can start boycotting, such as Baker's, City Market, Dillon's, Food for Less, Foods Co., Fred Meyer, Fry's, just a whole bunch. That's a scarily large number of places owned by Kroger. So that is 4 strikes from around the world, right? We got Kenya, we got Canada, we got the USA, and in a variety of different sectors, right? It's not just, oh, here's all teacher strikes or all, frontline worker strikes. It's a mix, which I think speaks to potentially part of why the media isn't talking about this. Because we have seen also in the past, and again, just this month with 4 different strike actions, a larger pushback of strikes being organized and labor beginning to organize itself in order to try and push back against the clearly inhumane conditions that late-stage capitalism and neoliberal economics are foisting upon the West and the world in general. People are rightly standing up because they've had enough, but unfortunately, showing that solidarity and spreading that awareness, the corporate and capitalist-owned media, that can't possibly be allowed to continue, which is why the media, for the most part, is dead silent on the issue. Which, I guess that's part of why this channel exists. It's to also bring awareness about stuff like this. But unfortunately, that's kind of sad, right? Some rando on the internet, is doing a better job informing people of strike actions and the bigger picture of what this could mean and represent, rather than the media, which is supposed to be true and objective journalism, and yet they have more time, money, and resources at their disposal, and yet I'm the one doing this. That is supremely sad, and it's definitely what's bothering me today.